Okay, hi, I'm Andrey, and today we're going to be demonstrating Mergesort. We're going to be sorting this list of people's favorite foods in alphabetical order, A through Z. So to begin Mergesort, we split the list into two sets of four. Well, in this case, we split it into four because we have 8 elements in the list. So now we split into two groups of 4. And then from here, we continue on by splitting these sublists into 2 pairs of 2. So now we split that. And then from here, we split each pair into individual elements. So now that we have 8 individual elements, we can begin comparing to form sublists. So here, Oreos comes alphabetically before tandoori chicken, so Oreos comes first in this pair. And then since tandoori chicken is the last element, it's going to follow. Now in this next pairing, we have sushi and steak. Steak comes before sushi alphabetically, so steak comes up first, and then sushi is the last element here, so sushi follows. And then in our third pairing, we have mac and cheese and pizza. M comes before P alphabetically, as most would know, and therefore mac and cheese steps up first in this pairing, and pizza follows as it is the last element. And then at the end, we have Tide Pods, which is an interesting choice, and spaghetti. S comes before T alphabetically, so S steps first, and Tide Pods follows as it is the last element. Now, we have 4 pairs of elements, and since we just sorted each pair individually, we know that the first element in each pair is going to come before the second element. So we only need to look at the first element in each pair. So now we look at Oreos and steak, since these are the first elements of their respective pairs. Okay, so Oreos comes before steak. And we're doing this to create subgroups of 4. So Oreo steps up first. And now we look at the next pair of first elements. We have tandoori chicken compared with steak. And then steak comes first because S comes before T alphabetically, so steak comes up to join. And here we have sushi and tandoori chicken. Sushi comes first. And then tandoori chicken is the last element, so tandoori chicken adds to the array. And now we're going to look at these next 2 pairs, just looking at the first elements, because we know those will come first compared to the second elements of each respective pair. So mac and cheese comes before spaghetti, so mac and cheese steps up first. And now we look at the first elements that are left. So we have pizza and spaghetti. Pizza comes before spaghetti, so pizza steps up next. And since we know that spaghetti and Tide Pods, they were already sorted into pairs, they're already in order, and so they get appended to the end of that array in that order. And now we have 2 groups of 4, so we just need one last merge step before we get a group of 8. So we look at the first elements because these lists have already been sorted. We already know they're in order. We only need to look at the first elements. So Oreos and mac and cheese. Mac and cheese comes before Oreos, so mac and cheese steps up first this time. And now we look at the last elements left now. So we have Oreos and pizza. Oreos comes before pizza alphabetically, so Oreo steps up next. Now we look at the next 2 elements. We have pizza and steak. P comes before S alphabetically, so pizza steps up. And now we look at the next pair of leading elements. We have steak and spaghetti. Spaghetti comes before steak alphabetically, so spaghetti steps up. And now we look at steak and Tide Pods, still a questionable choice. And steak comes before Tide Pods alphabetically, so steak steps up. Now we look at sushi and Tide Pods. S comes before T alphabetically, so sushi steps up. And then tandoori chicken and Tide Pods. Tandoori chicken comes first. And then Tide Pods is the last element we have. Tide Pods steps up. And now we have our list of favorite foods sorted alphabetically A through Z.